Good boy.
Don't, Dave! I got it, come on!
I'm so over this rain. Since it started raining back in November, we've had 850 millimeters of rain or thereabouts. And you know, it's almost March, so that's been 5 months of just continuous wet. So I'm quite over it. The ground is sodden. As you walk or put a machine over it, the water comes up out of the ground. And we're sort of limited to what we can do. So we're having to look for jobs we can actually do in the shed. So Ross had a good idea. He thought, let's build a mobile cattle buffet. So everyone likes a buffet, right? Well, this is where you put out all your supplements, your minerals, put them out in some trays under a cover that's mobile, so you can hitch it up to the buggy and move it from paddock to paddock as you move your cows, as you rotate your cows or cattle. The idea is that your pasture doesn't have all the minerals they need, of course, so you add these organic minerals to the buffet. They're all powder, usually a powder form. You keep it dry with the roof over top, and they just help themselves, and they take what they need as they need it. So this is a job for Ross. I got plenty of paperwork to do, but I'll probably pop down and capture some footage so you can get to enjoy this in the next episode.
There's always plenty to do on the farm, even on a rainy day. And at the moment, we're looking at trying to make a mineral feeder or a cattle cafe for the cows. Ross is just working on this project at the moment. I'll show you some of his plans that he's drawing up, working out sizes and everything on the trough sizes and the steel sizes, doing all the calculations. So this is a project that we've been looking at doing for a while, so hopefully all the cattle can get all the nutrients that they need themselves.
So from ground level to the top of that, at least 1800.
I did.
How tall are you?
There's 8 down there.
Yeah, so you'll dong your head. I'll be safe.
Yeah, you'll go straight up.
You'll dong your head.
No, I'll be right.
Well, as long as you're happy with that.
Yep. No, that's fine. And the cattle will get under there lovely. So then, yeah, it's just got to come out from that frame there. And that distance is, that's our 1760. That should be all the pieces we need now. So hopefully we've got enough steel.
So is this the subframe, the wheels going?
Yeah, so we've got 3 layers, so that's the sub one, wheels on there. We'll do a drawbar later on once we work out what's left.
The drawbar at the front.
Drawbar at the front there.
So the wheels, are they going on the end of this?
Yeah, so just a little axle will go underneath here, and the wheels will be out about here,
Yeah.
both sides.
And is that the roof frame?
This is the roof frame, it'll be up on top. There'll be verticals that'll go in between there and the roof, and then the other frame that holds up the trays, that'll be in the middle.
Yeah.
Up so high
Yeah, right.
through there, and then the 6.
Just
we'll make
there's
these
6 trays in here.
and then make the middle one in between so we get it right.
Right.
Don't, James. That's James, always trying to make someone laugh or jump.
So we're off to Kandanga Rural Store, or Farm Store it's called. It's about, I don't know, 50 minutes drive north of here, and they've been really helpful. So Tim Scott and his wife started this business a few years ago now, I'm assuming 10 years ago, and I really admire them. They found a niche in the industry of farming, and they really focus in on anything regenerative, so regenerative agriculture. So they're not about chemicals, herbicides or pesticides. And I've used them a few times for consulting purposes, and they're good people, and I really like their message. So I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, so to speak. We're drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, you're right.
So I thought, I saw one of those little cow cafes, or I don't know what you want to call it. I call it a buffet before, up there that they sell them. I had intended just to buy one off them, but with the wet weather we had, we made our own. So we're shooting up there now, and we'll buy the organic minerals and things from them. I don't know much about that side of things, so I called ahead and asked Tim, hey, would you mind talking us through it, and for our viewers of this video or this episode, and just explain a little bit to us. And as I was expected, he was more than happy to do that. So we'll whiz up there, and we'll corner him for 10 minutes or something, and we'll get the full lowdown on the what we need to feed our cows.
Talking about why you actually need to do free choice mineral feeding, animals should get the majority of what they need in terms of trace elements from the pastures they're eating. It's not just grasses though. Our tropical pastures aren't great. They've got most of them only little tiny root systems like that, so they're not pulling nutrients from very deep in the system. The things that actually have a taproot that get down into all the good minerals are weeds, but everyone's trying to kill weeds.
And pull them out. Yeah.
So they say animals know what they want, what they need to eat.
Yeah.
People don't. You can't say that's a noxious weed and then go and see an animal take a bite of it. I mean, they're taking a bite of it because they need what's in that. And so it's just a mind shift that trust nature, I guess, instead of...
I feel sorry for all these cattle that are on paddocks. Like I drive through Mullaney there, and you see beautiful paddocks of kikuyu.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you see.
Yeah.
That's like making them eating one thing. If you and I eat potatoes, I mean, they'll get pretty sick after a while.
Yep, that's exactly right. So that,
So you need the diversity in your grasses and weeds and things like that.
Yeah, so
and if we
30%.
have that, then what you're telling me, we probably don't even need this.
well, over time, I mean, the beauty of this is you're not paying for it and they're not eating it unless they need it. So if it's out there just in case, then that's all great. And if you notice they just stop eating sulfur, then why bother keeping sulfur out? If they stop eating whatever, just leave it out of the mix and try something else. There are other things you can add in. I mean, we've been talking about probably a breeder operation. When you get into the last couple of things, usually a phosphorus source is a bit of a no-brainer in a breeder operation. DCP is one form of phosphorus. There are others.
That's this one?
Yeah, there's several different ways to feed phosphorus, but
Okay.
DCP is probably one of the most common.
And the last one is the Epsom salt.
Yeah.
And that's different from your...
Yeah, Epsom salts. Yep. So we're chasing magnesium there.
Yeah.
So around calving time, you want to put magnesium into your diet of your breeding cattle.
Okay.
Calving ease and to stop other things, and they can get grass tetany, and that helps that. Even if they're getting really runny manure, that's managed through magnesium.
Okay.
Well, we developed the Boss bag based on there have been dust bags around before, but we found that there was a product called Grain Save, which is a fine grade diatomaceous earth, a bit different to the stuff you buy as fertilizer, but it's an insecticide grade DE, still a naturally occurring product, certified organic. It's a crushed rock, but we had to put it on animals daily to help with a problem called buffalo fly, which is pretty common. So I think it's worth $100 million a year, buffalo fly, and there's no other way to treat it apart from chemicals. So we found a way to.
So it's all, for want of better words, organic. There's no chemical in there at all.
It is actually a certified organic product. It's just a crushed rock.
Yeah.
But they have to get a daily dose. If you get rainy weather like we've got today, it'll wash off. So the only way to get a daily dose is you hang it somewhere like on a blick wagon or over a gateway or something, and then they're walking through it every day.
So I need to get some of that off you while I'm here. I see biochar. What's the go with that?
Yeah, so biochar is just charcoal. It gets burned at different temperatures, depending on what you're trying to achieve with it. This is a livestock grade one that's made with a hardwood. As far as feeding it to animals goes, the main benefit of it is...
It's spinning my mind. Why the hell you want to feed that crap to cows?
It's got a few benefits. The main one is it's mycotoxin inhibitor.
Yeah.
So if people have a drug overdose, they get fed charcoal, carbon, to reverse that. Same with animals. If they eat a plant that's not right for them, then which they don't normally do, but if they do, then that settles their guts. The old dairy farmers used to talk about leaving a burnt log in the paddock, and that would animals. You could tell the ones that were getting bloat or crook guts because they'd go and lick the burnt log. Animals aren't stupid. Humans are the only species left that doesn't know what they should be eating.
So that's the whole theory behind this, though, right?
Yeah.
Is and this is where I first learned about this, is from your store. So the idea is you give them rather than giving them a wet lick which has everything in it, and then when they lick it they get the whole lot. The idea is they come here and they select what they want.
Yeah.
Correct, and they only know what they want by what their body needs at the time.
Yeah, it's just
So
free
if they
choice.
need that. So okay, so you reckon I should get a tub of that?
Yeah, so we put biochar with apple cider vinegar and salt together to make salt and vinegar chips, because everyone loves salt and vinegar chips. But you can put it out straight by itself. The apple cider vinegar has got some benefits.
So am I just going to pour that? I see the apple cider.
Yeah,
I'm just going to pour that over top.
Yeah, usually put about 5 to 10% apple cider vinegar in with it, and then
Yeah, right.
you start off 50-50 with salt, and then you slowly decrease the amount of salt. Sometimes animals just chase salt, so it doesn't actually hurt to have a tub with just salt in it. Especially when you're feeding things like kelp, which cost a fortune. Sometimes they're just chasing the taste of the salt, so if they get that out of their system by having salt available to them, then
Well, there are salt licks, right? Yeah. Okay. So biochar, bag of salt. What else do you reckon? What are these things?
So there's a thing called a Colby mix, which was developed by Pat Colby, who's a well-known animal nutritionist. A Colby mix uses 1 part kelp, 1 part sulfur, 1 part copper sulfate, and then 4 parts dolomite or
yeah.
calcium carbonate. So you need to know what you're buying with that. It's not just
Okay, so what you're telling me though, I can buy a Colby mix and it has all this in it.
Yeah, all
I don't have
made
to
up.
do all this because
Yeah.
I need to keep it simple for me.
But there's also another train of thought with that, is that you use 1 in each tray. The problem is, like we said before, if you put kelp in a tray by itself,
I'll eat.
they could just smash kelp
Smash
all
that,
day.
they won't get the other.
Yeah, because everyone loves minerals, so they're going to sit
Yeah,
there.
right. Okay, so
Say you're just using it as a standalone tray, it's probably what we recommend, a Colby mix already made up.
okay, so this is why you got them. Oh, no, I've realised this now. That's your Colby mix. You got your salt, you got biochar, a Boslick.
Yeah, so in summer, you want to probably feed something that's got more sulfur. So sulfur is the first line of defense for internal and external parasites. Your Colby mix has got a little bit in, but sulfur is made more available by a thing called allicin. So that Boslick is really an allicin lick.
Right.
That goes a long way towards parasite management. We're talking in systems you don't have to use chemicals, so
Yeah.
we're trying to use natural ways to manage parasites. Put biochar in this too, and the biochar in particular for chickens, that's why it's black.
Okay.
It's their own mix. I'll just get you a label for it.
Okay.
Third straight day of constant rain. Another 54 millimeters in the gauge in the last 24 hours. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Check using.
Yeah, that was off over now. The angle on the end.
Biochar.
Yep, biochar. Some apple cider vinegar with
We
it.
put the apple cider with that. What did he say? He said, that's it, I think it's plenty. Not that good. He said like half that liquid of apple cider.
There you go.
Spoiled cattle, I tell you.
Woo, thank you.
Alright, good enough. So what, half a bag of box lick?
Oh, it also stinky.
It's like a bag of cement.
Oh,
They make them harden up.
alright, that'll do.
It is smelly, isn't it?
Now, what you're smelling is apple cider.
No, this is stinky.
Oh, that's stinky thick.
What's this one going to do for him, James?
Eh?
What's this one going to do for him?
It gives them the red bag feel. I don't know.
Makes him feel good.
This was the one we already had. This is the one second. DCP. Dicalcium phosphate.
Oh, sounds
There you
tasty.
go. That should give him a lot of energy. Healthy.
Should have told me at the camera running. I would have made myself look smarter. How good is that? Cow Cafe. Here we are. Enjoy the cafe. Cafe or buffet?
I like the buffet.
The buffet, Cow Cafe. Oh, enough. They're sitting on the side of cabin number 5. Future cabin number 5. Everyone loves a buffet.